Get the fuck out of here, man. It's my night.
Yo, 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 yo. You know what this is, man? It's your favorite channel, man. This CTB. This is Chin Tuck Boxing. I'm your boy Jay Slay. So what up to him, man?
What's up, everybody? Remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, comment. Let's keep this channel growing. You know why? Because we love boxing and you love boxing.
That's a fact, most definitely. This is the place where the fight fans come to get the delicious entrees of boxing knowledge. What's the menu for today, bro?
Let's talk about this Caleb Plant and Canelo situation and these so-called deals that PBC had on the table as far as a 3-fight deal or 1-fight deal. Which one should he have considered or should consider?
All right, man, let's serve him up, man. Let's talk about it. Yeah, man, this ain't the new norm now. It's like whenever a free agent fighter or a fighter of Canelo, Wilder's, you know what I'm saying, magnitude, networks are offering, or promotionals are offering 3-fight deals instead of just having a 1-fight deal. That's seemed to become the new normal. So first off, before we get to the whole topic, what is your opinion on that new negotiating tactic? Is it a good tactic, you think, or is it just another way to bottle up fighters?
I mean, as far as the promotional banner, it's a great tactic. You know what I'm saying? To keep those fighters in-house fighting your fighters for 3 fights. You're able to lay out a game plan as far as who you want them to fight, and it's pretty much guaranteed and set in stone. And, 3 fights in boxing is, a year and a half, maybe? So you pretty much locking up a big-time star for a year and a half. So from the promotional side, yes. From the fighter side, I think it depends on who you are. You know what I'm saying? I think if you're a bigger star and you pretty much can control what you want and what you don't want, you might not want to do it. But if you're a guy that's kind of not huge and kind of need a little bit more stability as far as money and as far as getting those big fights, you might want to take that.
Yeah, I agree. In most cases, it is that way. In most cases, it's more so benefiting the promotional company than it does the fighter, unless you're a fighter on the uproar, like you said. If you're a fighter that's looking for, there's needed promotion in the banner to help you climb the popularity ranks, then it benefits both of you. But somebody in Canelo's position, man, he really don't need that. But if you look at it, the PBC landscape, man, it might have been beneficial to him, which we're gonna break down in a minute. Think about it. Who at DAZN or who at Matchroom, who Canelo works with now, who else would he been able to fight after Caleb Plant?
Okay, so
I know you were talking about Bivol.
The name, Bivol, I think is a good fight. I think it'll be a tough fight for him. But as far as selling, it's like a high risk, low reward fight for Canelo. But I think it's gonna be a tough fight for him, especially at 175. So the fight Bivol will be very dangerous. But I would love it from a hardcore boxing fan. But as far as casuals, they saying, who the hell is Bivol? So I understand that point. And if you're not saying him, Triple G, I mean, I don't want to see Triple G anymore, but I guess it could sell. They could push that fight. But I mean, I'm tired of Triple G. And like I said, he's been sitting around for the last couple of years fighting nobody, not fighting at all. He need to go fight somebody instead of waiting on Canelo. So other than those 2 guys, and you have Demetrius Boo Boo, I would like to see that fight. But he said that fight is not going to happen after he did what he did at the press post-fight press conference. He said that he's not gonna give him a fight. So if he what he said from out his own mouth, if that's true, he's out of the running. So that leaves you those 2 guys. So it's not much to choose from what I can see.
That's exactly my point. So PBC, man, they pretty much got hold of the cards then. So if I'm PBC, I would have offered that deal also. I think that's a smart deal to offer. Because who at PBC who has to fight? He has Charlo, which would be probably his biggest money fight to be made right now, other than possibly Triple G, because like I said, the casuals still buy that fight because of the name value. But Charlo is the biggest, to me, in my opinion, the biggest fight. The close second highest fight will be a Benavidez. That is a Mexican war, a Mexican showcase. I think that fight will be huge on any Mexican holiday. You put it in May, you're going to sell it out. You put it in September, you're going to sell it out. That's probably, not take that back, man. They'll probably be the highest selling fight. Now, think about it. That might be probably more than Charlo.
Yeah, I think Benavidez would sell a little bit more than Charlo fight. I think that's the biggest fight.
Yeah, I agree. I think now that I think about it and broke it down that way, it seems that for a Mexican holiday fight, it seems to be the quintessential fight.
and the way he liked to talk,
Exactly.
it would definitely be a big fight.
It most definitely will. But would that be worth? Is that those 3 fights worth enough for Canelo to consider signing a 3-fight deal?
That is tough. That is a tough one, man, because Canelo is the star boss. He controls everything. He does what he wants to do. And he put himself in that position. I give him his credit. He's the number 1 pound for pound fighter. And by signing that 3-fight deal, he gives that up. But like you said, there are 3 huge fights. I think the Plant fight is not huge. I think it's huge that he'll be undisputed. But I'm thinking as far as the money fight, the Charlo and Benavidez would be huge fights. So if he wants to lock in the biggest fights for probably the biggest paychecks, he probably will want to take that 3-fight deal. But if he values having his freedom to be able to move, to be able to call the shot, because once he signs that deal, he's pretty much giving PBC control of his career for a year and a half. So, but like I said, it depends on what's important to Canelo. You know, so I don't know, man. As far as a boxing fan, because the way you just laid it out, I would want him to take that 3-fight deal, because that means I would get Canelo and Plant, and then I would get Canelo and Charlo or David Benavidez next, and then I would get Canelo. If he wins that fight, I'll get Canelo in the between those 2 fighters for the 3rd fight, and they are all major big fights. I mean, like fight of the year, biggest fights of the year type fights. So for me, I would want him to sign the deal, but for him, I understand if he didn't.
I kind of would. I wouldn't. To be honest, I wouldn't understand if he didn't, because if he's planning on fighting those guys anyway. Because like you said earlier in the video, Bivol is high risk, low reward at this point. Bivol he can crack, man. He's a hard hitting motherfucker, and he's a big dude. He's bigger, a lot bigger than Canelo is.
Yeah.
I don't want people getting Bivol confused with Kovalev. I don't want people getting Bivol confused with Kovalev at 175. Bivol is not going to fight like Kovalev at 175.
No.
Bivol's going to be there. He's going to be there in the pocket, which Canelo like to sit in the pocket. Canelo don't have the fastest feet in the world, and he's going to be banging with a bigger fighter. While Canelo does have the speed advantage, I don't want people getting Bivol confused with Kovalev at all, because it's not going to be that same type of fight. It's not at all. So if that is my options, if I'm Canelo, I'm taking that deal. I don't watch fighters' pockets at all. It's not I've never been that type of dude. But I'm pretty sure PBC can offer him just as much money as Eddie Hearn can over there at the DAZN. He'll be on Fox, so he'll get that promotion on Fox during football season coming up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He'll get that promotion during the football and basketball seasons. His stardom was already maxed, but he can get more, you know what I'm saying, promotion off of that. Mm-hmm. Like you said, and it's the highest paying fights. The only person, in my opinion, who's getting left behind that deal is Eddie Hearn in the DAZN. They are the only ones who's gonna hurt if Canelo decides to take that deal. So of course Eddie Hearn is gonna negotiate him not to do that. Recommend he not do that.
And if you realize publicly, as far as the public, Hearn is the one pretty much the only one kind of talking against that deal. Exactly. If you realize over the last week or so, he's been out saying, we're trying to make the fight, but we'll move on. They're trying to play tough ball, because that would be horrible for Hearns. So yeah, he's the one that's pretty much in the public talking the most, because like you said, the person that gets screwed in that deal, unfortunately for him, is Hearns.
Speaking of Eddie Hearns, man, let's keep it right there with him real quick, because he offered Wilder, him and the DAZN offered Wilder a similar deal back in the day.
Oh.
So for Eddie Hearn to be speaking against Canelo from a similar deal, it seems that maybe Al Heyman is picking up on one of Eddie Hearn's tricks, and they offer him the same thing. So just break down the history for them, man, who don't remember the contract that Eddie Hearn and the DAZN tried to offer Wilder back in the day.
So pretty much, if you remember, Wilder was lowball. I think they offered him between $10 and $15 million.
13. I think it was 15 and a half the first offer, and then it was 15 flat. No, I was wrong. It was 12.5
and 15,
and then 15. Yeah, on a $100 million fight.
They lowballed him on the offer. So Hearns comes back later on, and he says he can offer Wilder $100 million. But in order for him to get the $100 million, he would have to fight Joshua, but he would have to do a 3-fight deal with Eddie Hearns as far as fighting Dillian White and then somebody else. It would either be 2 fights with Joshua, Dillian White, or just maybe like Dominique Brazil at the time, Dillian White and Joshua. And Wilder chose to be free because he didn't care for Eddie Hearn for one thing, and he felt that between him and Joshua, that was probably a $60 million fight probably for him and Joshua that he probably could to get. So pretty much he probably would be selling himself short, and probably now looking back on it, it probably was the best decision because he's about to have 3 fights with Fury, which he's making big bucks, and he still has the Joshua fight where if they fight in the future, it would be $150 million site fee for whoever they decide to fight it or do it at. So he bet on himself and said, no, I'm not signing with Eddie Hearn. I'm not giving up my freedom to let him control my career because, for one, Joshua is his trophy. So he's going to always favor Joshua and put him in the best position and not Wilder. So why would you put yourself in that position and letting that guy control your career where he's not probably going to have your best interest?
Not only that, but AJ wound up losing also, so he would have been on the show. Either he would have to fight that third fight and end the contract and not fight AJ, or he would have had to sit on the shelf and wait for AJ to fight Andy Ruiz again.
Yeah.
So he would have been on the shelf, or either he been, like I said, he would have had to fight somebody else to replace the AJ fight. So it worked out for the better. But in this position, I think Canelo should do the opposite, in my opinion. I think Canelo should consider signing with PBC only because of their reach. They have a better reach. The DAZN doesn't have the amount of reach as Fox does.
And I'm gonna tell you one big difference between, because for somebody to say we PBC lovers and that we being biased, the big difference between Eddie Hearns and PBC is that Eddie Hearns is a promoter, and he's gonna be getting those promotion rights. Canelo can fight with PBC and still have Canelo promotions. The only thing that Al Heyman's gonna do is be setting up the fights and advising him on who to fight, which they're gonna sit down, put his sure, and tell him the 3 fights before he signs the deal. As far as the promotion, Canelo is the promotional banner, so he is the company that's gonna be running the fight. With Wilder, it would have been it would have been through Matchroom, fighting on Matchroom. It wouldn't have been Deontay Wilder promotion, whatever his promotional banner is. It would have been through Matchroom. So that's the big difference that people have to realize.
Exactly. And like you said, Canelo really don't need a promotion at his level right now. Canelo is the face of boxing currently, so he don't need a promotion or promoter at all, in my opinion. So that was the one say that makes the Eddie Hearn move, that makes the Al Heyman move better, in my opinion. Like I said, not only the reach of Fox, and you know what I'm saying, they blowing the DAZN out the water right now.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the DAZN. I just don't like it. I don't like the app thing.
The fights available on Fox, like you said, he has the three biggest fights he can possibly make right now in his career, all on that promotional side. So he'd be winning those deals also. And kind of like you said, unless the DAZN come out with a huge offer that they offered him a couple of years ago, they offered him like $360 million.
Huge. Yeah,
it was huge, and he only fought. It was paying for a Triple G fight. I think he only fought. Did he fight Triple G after that? Or he fought. He fought
one time, because he fought one time before, but that wasn't with the DAZN. But he fought one time with the DAZN. So they lost a lot of money on that.
They did.
That's why they got him up.
I thought he fought him twice with HBO. I'm gonna go back and look at it. I thought he fought Triple G twice with HBO.
Maybe, but I don't want to.
I think Triple G left. Yeah, I'll check on it later. But I think what happened was he fought HBO and fought Triple G twice, and then went to the DAZN, and then Triple G followed him to the DAZN to chase the third fight. If I remember correctly, that's what happened. And the DAZN paid Canelo in hopes that he would have fought Triple G, but it never happened. He wound up fighting Kovalev instead, which in my opinion was the better fight. In my opinion, well, no, I can't even say that. Triple G probably made a better fight.
Yeah, I think so.
But you got anything else you want to add to this topic, man?
No, that's all. I think we covered for right now.
Most definitely. Well, this is your favorite channel, man. This CTB. This is Chan Talk Boxing. I'm your boy Jay Slay. Cut him out of here, man.
All right, everybody. Remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, comment. Let's keep this channel growing. Tell your mother about it, brother about it, your sister about it, your co-workers about it, your friends about it, your next door neighbor about it. Anybody you know that likes boxing, tell them about this new and growing channel, man. We got a lot of stuff coming for you. Logo at the bottom of the screen, just click on and subscribe. But most of all, God, peace, and love, and we out of here.